The poem that I'm going to do written Monday. So stay with me, some words. Take time to look. As he comes from the Creator's hands, he bears no defects to his frame. The word beauty is synonymous with his name. A sculpted and attractive appearance, a sure sign of creative benevolence, a broad forehead to show intelligence, a strong jawline to add structured masculinity to his face, high cheekbones, the type that could hold a lady's stare, straight nose to pull pure oxygen from the air, clear skin, bright sparkling eyes, picture with me as if you were there. Well-groomed hair, good oral hygiene. You know the type that the ladies prefer. Adam bears a toned and defined physique. A lean, athletic build, broad shoulders, beyond belief. Good posture. Flat-toned abdomen, six-pack. May the Lord sanctify your imagination. Hallelujah. He has a proportional and symmetrical body in its excavation. Adam stands 3 meters from the ground, looks around, only hears the sound of God declaring that he is fearfully and wonderfully profound. You see, Adam was a testament of the elegance of divine creation, the best that God could do. What more could he imbue? In the beautiful words of the psalmist, your eyes saw my unformed body, and all my days were written in your book and ordained for me, before one of them came to be. But just when you thought that the Lord has created everything fair and beautiful, God outdoes himself as usual. He takes Adam and puts him to sleep, reaches for his side, and removes a rib. And as he awakes and takes a moment to compose himself, he looks and his entire posture melts. He sees a silhouette of beauty, a rose in full bloom, a spire of springing grass, a work of art, a shining star, a delicately tinted butterfly, an answered prayer in that she's heaven sent, a symphony of grace and elegance. You see, Eve was created from a rib taken from the side of Adam, signifying that she was not to control him as the head, not to be trampled under his feet as an inferior, but to be loved and protected by him, to stand by his side as an equal. Eve and Adam were a pair in the Garden of Eden. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded from the mouth of God. The Lord tells Adam and Eve to eat from every tree except the one whose proximity was in the middle spot. Everything was beautiful in the Garden of Eden until it was not. Eve decides to act as one wise in her own eyes, and the husband, when given the choice, hearkens to the serpent's voice. He chooses death for the entire human race, chooses carnage for her sake, leaves the father's bosom for her embrace. You see, Moses could not come near the bush. Isaiah simply saw God's robe filling the temple but could not see his face. Israel could not come near the mountain. Asa simply touched the ark, and God's wrath came out in judgment, killing him. The priests only went in the presence of God once a year, but even then there was a constant fear of death. Ellen White could not see the face of God. When she asked if she could behold his form, she was told, should she behold the glory of his person, she would cease to exist. You see, from Genesis to Malachi is a story of how humanity could not come near to God because of his holiness and their sins. But the glory of the incarnation is that Jesus Christ has come near to us. The living God, you see, for Jesus to be swaddled as a baby, God had to be touched. For the shepherds to proclaim that unto us a Savior is born, God had to be seen. For Jesus to die on the cross of Calvary, God had to be killed. The holy, holy, holy God that Isaiah saw condescended, taking upon him human flesh, sleeping with, eating with, speaking with sinners. As the ransomed are welcomed to the city of God, there rings out upon the air an exultant cry of adoration. The two Adams are about to meet. The Son of God stands with open arms ready to receive the Father of our race, the being whom he created, The one who sinned against his maker, and for sin the mark of the crucifixion upon the form, the Savior's form. As Adam discerns the prints of the cruel nails, he does not fall upon the bosom of his Lord, but in humiliation casts himself to his feet, crying, "Worthy, worthy, worthy is the Lamb that was slain." And the Savior tenderly lifts him up and bids him, "Behold, your Eden home, from whose presence you have so long been exiled." You see, brothers and sisters, if but one soul would have accepted the gospel of his grace, Christ would, to save that one, have chosen his life of toil and humiliation and death of shame. But one soul would have accepted the gospel of his grace, Christ would, to save that one, have chosen his life of toil and shame and death.
Amen. What do you say?